Tyler got another one of those good stretches, and then all of a sudden things kind of unraveled a little bit. What were you saying?
His command, control, how you want to term it, wasn't what he is capable of. And, he had a lot of hitter counts that he was fortunate to keep us intact there in that one inning got away. We just didn't swing the bats very well. We knew Carnes was going to be, we had his pitch count up. We knew Vincent, who's been pitching well, was going to pitch today, and Cishek was rested, and just didn't mount much. We had a shot there with the bases loaded, get back in it, and some good people up. We just couldn't. Hats off to them. But, Tyler, just not his normal command. A lot of behind the counts. But, it wasn't much margin for error with, we didn't do much offensively.
I know guys a lot about, some of the younger pitchers, Wright Wilson about that third time through the order. With Tyler, is it just a matter of getting that experience of making adjustments through?
No, he's done it. He's done it this year and last year. He's capable of doing it, and just it's a good team. It's a tough matchup for a right-hand pitcher. Ball's flying out here today. I don't know if I've ever seen the ball carry any more than it did today. I thought Lynn's ball was a fly ball to left. I thought Pedro's ball was a fly ball to right. It's one of those days where you get something up in the air, no telling where it's going to land. Same conditions, but day game. He weather's starting to warm up some. I know it wasn't as good as he's capable of. I mean, he came in here with some pretty impressive numbers and looked like he was going to get it done again through 6, but they didn't let it happen. The walks were really what hurt him, especially at the bottom of the order. You just can't do that, and he knows that.
This is your first series loss at home all year. I mean, are you
really
proud
that's good
of the way that
but that's bad.
the team has played here?
Yeah. I mean, it's an ongoing process, ongoing thing. I think to have it, I always want that to be newsworthy. I want it to be something that's a break from the norm, but that goes out the window. Now we go away for 10 days, and some tough places. They're all playing pretty well, catching them at a good time for all of them. So, we get on a plane and fly 6 hours and put, the good and bad behind you, because there's another challenge, very shortly here.
Were you happy to get Bundy through 3 innings there?
That was, he's a changeup away. He threw a curveball changeup there and got it up. He'd been throwing some really good ones, and that was a real, his pitch count was down after 2. I thought we thought it was perfect time to see if we could go to 3 with him. He almost did, and ended up pitching 3, but I could tell he was a little frustrated because he was a pitch away from having a real solid outing. But you can tell why, this is a important year for. We're trying to win, and Dylan can contribute to that, and also, set him up to do some things he's capable of in the future. So today was a good step for him.
Well, the 6th inning is a pivotal inning in the game as relates to the starting pitcher and when you go to your bullpen. Is that largely because it's the 3rd time through the order, or is it that the pitcher's up around 100 pitches? I mean,
you could debate that with the analytics people for hours, and the people that are in the arena with the dust on them. A lot of it depends on what does their stuff dissipate. Do teams have an idea? It's hard to get major league hitters. I understand their thinking and the statistics it's based on, but it depends on the pitcher. If you're taking out, Randy Johnson the 3rd time around the order, don't seem too smart to me. Seems like it depends on who the person is and who the pitcher is, and you just don't throw a big blanket over it and say this is true for everybody. That's what gets you in trouble. These are human beings. They're all different. So, you have to know who your guys are, and sometimes that 3rd time around the order, that's how you blow up a bullpen. That's why some of these people that follow that have people in the bullpen constantly hurt through the season, if you'll take a look at it. But then again, they look at it like bullpen's going to be put together every offseason, so that's why there's a lot of abuse of bullpen guys in those places that believe in that.
Well, we've been through this a lot over the years, but, bases loaded in the 8th. After 4-pitch walk, Adam comes up, ball 1, and then he swings at what looks like ball 2 and grounds out. Do you view that? I mean, is there a frustration level when you view that, or do you view that as this is the aggressiveness that is Adam, and you take the good and the bad?
All the above. I've seen him take that same pitch and hit it off the right center field wall. I mean, what do you want? Not you. We all try to throw everybody in a box and say everybody's got to be this robotic way. And, at the end of the year, you like the finished product. Yeah, it's more frustrating for him. And he's done a better job with it this year, and he's aware of it, but he wants that at bat. He wants to do something good for the team. But sometimes, more's not always better, and he knows that.
Seattle, they had a lot of sluggers there, but the home runs today came from the bottom portion of the order. Are you impressed with their lineup?
Yeah, they're a good club. We knew coming in they're playing as well as anybody, and it's they're a good rotation. We knew Carnes was going to be a challenge, and we did a good job of getting him up to 80. We had a real short double play ball kept us from him being a 5-inning pitcher. They would have been an inning short in their pen, but he was. They're a well-rounded club, and you better have some left-handed pitching in your bullpen if you're going to compete with them that can, or right-handers that can defend themselves. It's very important. We knew that coming in a week ago.
You kind of talk about looking forward to the next challenge around the corner. It's going to be your longest, looking forward to the road trip. It's going to be your longest trip of the season. Obviously, different cities, different time zones, different miles. I mean, as much as you guys have played, as well as you guys have played at home, I mean, how important is it to kind of keep that?
Well, there's two common denominators of teams that play in October. They have an advantage at home, and they are competitive on the road. And so we know we've got to follow that trend. It's long tried and tested. There's not, there's certain math that you do try to follow, but it's not always that convenient. They don't always cooperate. We're going into some hostile places. Not hostile. I mean, that's too strong a word. We're going some places that people are playing well, and everybody's trying to seek their level right now. There's nothing. We're in the middle of May. Everybody's trying to figure out who they are, and are they going to be a dancer or someone that spins a record? So, it's part of that process.
But does a trip like that, do you feel like
if we have a bad trip, is the season over?
Yeah.
No.
Would you a trip like that, because it is kind of a test that you guys haven't, this team hasn't had so far, that by the end of it,
we've had plenty of tests so far, and we'll have a lot more. I mean, I see the same schedule you see and where we're going to go, and they're going to come to us, and be fun for the fans, and we'll find out. When we get through, we're going to be playing 81 and 81 unless we have to go to Tampa again to play a home game. But I plan on being there to watch it and see what unfolds. I got a lot of confidence in our guys. They know what it's about, and they know what's at stake.